take that opportunity. There's a large array, and you can make choices on younger mares, older mares, young fillies. We hope to see many of you in December.
Saturday, Gulfstream features a pair of winning Grade 3 events. Top horses square off in the Harlan's Holiday, and fillies and mares duel in the Sugar Swirl. Play both Saturday. Gulfstream Park, first post, 12:35 Eastern, 9:35 Pacific.
I think that Washington getting the 8 points is a good thing.
Give me Denver to cover the 13.5.
I've got the Bills covering here.
I will take the Jets here and the 8 points.
Not only do I like the 6, I think it's a great idea to get in on the Browns and the money line in this game too.
Yes, there it is. Our guys were on absolute fire last week, picking winners left and right, including you. Hey, fist bump.
Boom.
It's good to see you here in studio, and we're doing this all again for you here in Week 14. What up, gamblers? Welcome inside our Los Angeles studio. I'm your host, Lisa Kerney. He's the handicapper, Mr. Dave Weaver himself, and all the guys are back this week. Let's get the team in here. Pony, Ed, and TJ Hushmanzada joining us. Former NFL player TJ dropping knowledge for us a little later in the show. Hey, we put together an awesome show for you guys. We're ripping through game picks, best bets, big parlays that are going to pay out. So let's get this party started. You're watching FanDuel Sportsbook's More Ways to Win. Yes, Dave, we are coming out hot, kicking off this show with our very best bets here in Week 14. And now that means for all of you at home, this is the time to download the FanDuel Sportsbook app to place your bets with our experts' advice. You just plug in the promo code MOREWAYS1000 and your first bet is risk-free up to $1,000. So let's go ahead and place those bets, shall we? And we are starting with our confidence boost. Pony, Ed, Dave, you're giving us your one bet on the board you are most confident in this week. And Dave, the board is yours. Show us your best bet.
Okay, first of all, I downloaded the app, so I always have it at my fingertips. My bet, by the way, boys and girls, is not a bet for this week. It is a bet, though, that is there that involves the New York Jets. They're asking how many wins will the Jets have this year? 0, 1, 2, or 3. There's, 4 games left. Mm-hmm. They're not winning a game. If they didn't win last week against the Raiders, they're not winning at all, and the bet's a gift. It's minus 125, so that's where my $100 is going. But let me show you exactly where that is, because it's not just a regular game on the tab. So if you go to NFL, you're going to click that first to get to all the NFL games. But there's a section called Team Futures. Once you click on Team Futures, then after that, you can go to win totals. And there are a lot of win totals, by the way, for a bunch of teams. But if you scroll all the way to the bottom, you're going to get to a spot where it says team exact number of wins. That's what we're looking for. And when you click on that, it'll ask you for the New York Jets, what are they going to win? 0, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I guess they could win 4. That's plus 12,000 if they sweep the board. But they're not winning a game. They play the Rams, Seattle, Cleveland, and New England. 3 of those are on the road. Lock it up for my 100.
All right, Dave, go ahead. I'm more carpe diem. I'm more live life to the fullest right now. I'm living in the present. I'm going to take the Vegas Raiders against Indianapolis. The Raiders, they respond at home in big games. They scored 34 at home against New Orleans. They scored 31 against the Chiefs. They are going to cover the number against the Colts, who've gone on the road and scored 30 only twice this year. And Lisa, dare I say for this game with the Raiders, a moneyline moneymaker. Take Vegas.
How about a buy low opportunity for my Tennessee Titans? Lay the 7.5 points versus the Jaguars. Mike Glennon for Jacksonville, his average EPA per play before the season was a negative .0536, which is below average. In the last 2 games, he's been slightly above average, but he is due for regression to the mean. As for the Titans, Derrick Henry, 4th in rushing yards over expected at 168. Couldn't be utilized very much last week with that big deficit. I expect him to have a monster performance and Tennessee to win big.
Best bet, boom, check, done. Yes, I said boom. Now you can take our guys' most confident bets and place those wagers right now on the FanDuel Sportsbook app. And hey, while you're there, check out all the lines for all the Week 14 games. They are available right now. All right, now it's time to turn up the heat and go head-to-head in a game we call pros versus player. Who's got the betting advantage here? Our pros or a former NFL player? Well, we're about to find out. Let's welcome in our NFL player, TJ Houshmandzadeh, former NFL wide receiver and Pro Bowler. What's up, TJ?
How you guys doing? I'm doing well.
Awesome having you with us. Thanks for being with us here on the show. I've been seeing you do your thing. Are you ready to take on our pros here?
Oh, yeah, I'm more than ready. I'm ready to go.
All right, let's rock it out. TJ, 3 games against our 3 sports betting pros. And Pony, you're up first here. Let's start with a huge AFC matchup on Sunday night. Pittsburgh at Buffalo. Steelers getting 2.5 points on the road in this matchup. Pony, you're in Pittsburgh, but guess first. So let's start with you, TJ. Who do you like in this one?
I like the Buffalo Bills. I'm a little disappointed that the Washington football team beat the Bills to this. I felt like the Steelers being undefeated, it gives you a lot of confidence, but they squeaked by in so many games, and they won. The Bills are flying high. Josh Allen is an MVP candidate. The weather in Buffalo may or may not play a part in this, but it doesn't matter. The Steelers can't run the ball. They're not an effective running team. They rely on the pass too much, and I like Buffalo. And I don't care that they're giving up 2.5 points. If they win, they'll roll pretty well.
TJ, your head-to-head history against the Steelers is pretty lousy, and I think it continues here. I'm going to take Pittsburgh, and let me tell you why. Josh Allen this year is 3-3 when he throws an interception. Problem is, the Steelers' defense is #1 in the NFL at getting interceptions. They're 16, leads the entire league. So I think Allen turns the ball over. It gives Ben Roethlisberger and company an extra possession, and the Steelers will rebound after 2 so-so games. Actually, the last one was terrible. They're going to respond here, and they're going to cover the 2.5.
Some great stats there on that full screen as well. Great stuff, guys. Again, that game in the bright lights on Sunday Night Football. Thank you, Pony. As for you, TJ, let's get to round 2 here. Dave, you're up for this one. Let's pick the Chiefs at Dolphins. Miami's won 7 out of 8, but are still getting 7 points at home against these 11-1 Chiefs. TJ, coming to you first. Who you got in this one?
Rookie quarterback, Tua playing. The Chiefs, they can't stumble. When I say stumble, they want to win impressively. They're fighting for home field advantage. Once the Steelers lose, they'll have that. And so, rookie quarterback again, and Tua Tagovailoa starting against this Kansas City Chiefs defense that is much improved in years past. I like the Chiefs to score plenty and win this by at least 10 points, double digits for sure.
Well, I didn't do my research on how you do against the Dolphins, so I'll let you off the hook on that one and not make fun of you like Pony did. But here's the deal.
That was a good one by Pony, by the way.
That was a pretty good cheap shot on you. But
good.
We're not trying to win this game, TJ. We're trying to cover it. And you know who does that the best in the NFL? The Dolphins. They are the #1 covering team. They're 9-3 against the spread. I don't even know the last time the Chiefs covered. They've been winning by 3 and 4. Look, they may win, but to get it done by a touchdown, I don't think so. Dolphins defense has been on fire. 6 turnovers in the last 3 games. They've been keeping teams off the field. 19 or less first downs, 4 straight games in a row. That is not an easy thing to do against the Chiefs, but let's hope they can slow down Patrick Mahomes and keep this one close. I'm going to say they lose, but they cover the touchdown.
Okay, so Dave on the Dolphins, TJ on the Chiefs, double digits for you. I say Jack Stack Barbecue goes to the winner because I'm a Kansas City girl and I can do it like that. Great stuff, Dave. Thank you, TJ. Third and final matchup for you right here. You're taking on our analytics expert, Ed Egros, joining us from Dallas. Ed, let's break down this Monday night matchup here. We've got Ravens at the Browns. Cleveland getting 1.5 points at home. TJ, who do you like here?
I'll be honest with this game. I'm a little unsure, but when I'm unsure, I'm going with the points. Obviously, the first game of the season, Baltimore literally ran over the Cleveland Browns, but Cleveland Browns are playing a lot better. This is in Cleveland. Terrible weather. Both teams are going to run the ball. So who can run the ball effectively? And I like the two-headed monster that Cleveland has in Chubb and Kareem Hunt. I'm taking the points, and hopefully Baker doesn't disappoint me. But I'm going to roll with the Cleveland Browns on this one. I know Baltimore needs this game, but the Browns should feel really good about themselves after that big win last weekend over Tennessee.
Let me start with the most important point here, TJ. You helped many of my fantasy teams over the years, and so thank you for that. I'll go easy on you here.
I appreciate that.
Of course, but I'm going to go with Baltimore here, and here's why. In the last meeting on week 1, no quarterback played better in terms of quarterback rating, EPA, any metric you want to use, Lamar Jackson was the best quarterback in football. In the previous meeting back in 2019, Jackson was 6th among all qualifying quarterbacks. And so he does really, really well against the Browns. For Baker Mayfield, yeah, he was great against Tennessee, but he is volatile. He ranks 4th in bad throw percentage at 19.9%. If the Ravens defense gets any pressure whatsoever, Mayfield could be in some big trouble.
So, Ed, what you were actually saying is I respectfully oppose everything you just said there, TJ, but thanks for my fantasy teams in the past.
It's inconsistent, I know, but that's how we roll here, right?
Very compelling.
At least he didn't come at me like Pony.
I mean, right?
Yeah.
Well done. We're going to hear from TJ in just a little bit. Again, he's sticking around. Now it is your turn to play. Who are you tailing here? Our player or our pros? You can make your moves right now on the FanDuel Sportsbook app. And remember, new users, plug in that promo code. It's right there on the bottom of your screen. More Ways 1000. You're going to get a risk-free $1,000 bet. Well, you guys know we're all about competition here on this show. And betting on the FanDuel Sportsbook app is legal, live, easy, and I say it every week. So much fun that a few of our friends here at FanDuel wanted to get in on the action. Jim Sonis, Megan Making Money, and Tom Vecchio, a.k.a. DFS Tom, are facing off against each other here in a segment we're calling Fans Duel. All three contestants have $100 to place on one bet, one bet on a spread, money line, and total. Let the picks and the trash talk begin.
My first two bets for Week 14 both come from the same game, which is risky. We came here to win against Megan and Tom. The first one is the money line on the Steelers at plus 126 against the Bills. This just feels like an overreaction to what we saw in Week 13 with the Bills playing lights out and the Steelers struggling. I'm expecting a bounce back here, specifically for the Steelers offense. They are plus 126 in the money line. I want $25 there and then $40 on the over at 46.5. As I said, I expect the Steelers offense to play well, but their defense is not the same without Bud Dupree. So there should be points here. I'm expecting a sweat coming up on Sunday night. $40 on the over, 25 on the Steelers money line. My final $35 will go to the Minnesota Vikings plus 6.5 against Tampa Bay. This is not a negative Tampa Bay thing. It's a pro Minnesota thing because they're actually ranked 8th in schedule adjusted passing offense based on number fires metrics. So yeah, the Bucs should be able to slow Dalvin Cook, but I think Kirk Cousins can move the ball through the air. That's where my final $35 go as we try to sweat out a win over Megan and Tom.
Jim, Tom, y'all are both great guys, but I am here to kick some butt. My first bet is a $50 bet, and that is on the Cardinals minus 2.5 versus the Giants. I'm putting $50 on that spread. Next, I am taking the Raiders money line for $25. Finally, I am taking the last $25 and putting it on the under in the Tampa Bay Vikings game. Again, Jim, Tom, I love you, but good luck. Y'all are going to need it.
I have 3 bets for Week 14 of the NFL. I know Megan and Jim have both made their picks, but mine are the ones that you want for this week. We have 3 bets, 1 moneyline bet, 1 spread bet, and 1 total bet. So let's jump in. Starting off with the Titans minus 7.5 on the road visiting the Jaguars. We're going to put $50 towards this. The Titans need to bounce back after a rough loss at home to the Browns last week. They should be able to take care of the Jaguars. Next up, the Falcons at the Chargers. The over-under right now is sitting at 49.5. The odds on this are minus 112. 2 defenses that can't really play defense, so we're looking at plenty of scoring on this one, putting $25 towards that. And the final one, the money line, the Bears at home hosting the Texans. Bears also need to bounce back if they want to secure their playoff spot. The odds on that are sitting at plus 112, also putting 25 to that one.
And you can pop these bets right into the app. We're going to track their picks as the games play out and see who ends up making the most money on their bets. The winner is coming back next week to accept, of course, a virtual trophy and give us more winning picks. So be sure to tune in next week for that. All right, guys, a defensive touchdown is one of the most exciting plays in football. I'm married to a defensive end. There it is. Of course, a big parlay is one of the best feelings in betting. So we're combining the two in our Pick Six segment. Dave, Pony, Ed, you guys are giving us your best parlay on the board. 2 legs from each of you that are hitting this weekend. Dave, go for it. You're first.
Okay, I'll start us off. Get 2 wins right in here on our bet. I'm going to go to the Bears. Houston looked terrible second half last week. 5 sacks for Indy on Deshaun Watson. And then you have Minnesota, my second team, which I think might be able to beat Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay's been lousy offensively. They're going to pound Dalvin Cook all the way down the field. It's been tough to run on Tampa, but Minnesota can do it. So Bears and Vikings.
I'm going to tail Arizona. I mean, they played 6 consecutive games against teams 500 or better. Now they get a break with the Giants. And Dave, you stole my notes on the Vikings. What are you doing here? You're giving me bad luck. I like Minnesota too.
I'm going to be relatively conservative. I don't want to be the one who ruins it for everybody, so I'm going to go Tampa Bay money line over the Vikings and then the Saints money line over the Eagles. I think they are going to feast on a rookie quarterback, but things can be a little bit volatile on the road for New Orleans.
All right, there you go. A 6-pack of parlays there. 3 different bets that you can make right now. Stack them up in the FanDuel Sportsbook app. Play any of theirs or, hey, parlay up to 16 legs of your own. The more games you add, the more your odds increase, which, of course, leads to a big payout. But we're not done. We're riding the momentum, and after the Pick Six, we're going for the 2-point conversion. So that means another 2-leg parlay bet, and we're bringing back former NFL Pro Bowl wide receiver TJ Houshmandzadeh. TJ, I said you'd be back. Thanks for sticking around. We're going to get your take, your best 2-leg parlay for this weekend. TJ, welcome to the parlay party. What you got?
So this is one thing that I learned from playing. One thing that travels is defense. The Colts defense will travel to Vegas, so I'm gonna take the Colts. Give up 3 points. I believe they'll beat the Raiders by probably a touchdown. And another thing that I learned: when you get a rookie quarterback making his first start, he's going to be nervous. He's going to have a hard time sleeping Saturday night. I'm going to take the New Orleans Saints over the Philadelphia Eagles.
Okay, there it is. TJ, awesome stuff. Pick 2 favorites and his parlays. Dave pays out at plus 264. Guys, 3 of you included the Vikings and Bucks game in your parlays. Dave and Pony, you have the Vikings and the points. Ed, you have the Bucks on the money line. I am going with the total because Tom Brady and the Bucks are coming off their bye, motivated to clinch the postseason. The Vikings are, by the way, one of the worst teams in the NFL in allowing receptions and yards to opposing wide receivers. Let me tell you something. Mike Evans, TJ, is going to have himself a day. I'm betting the over 51 and a half.
I'm with you on that. I'm with you. Tampa Bay on a bye week, and they all picked the Vikings. That threw me off. I'm with you.
That's right. Let's do this dang thing. You can make a parlay bet or any bet on the FanDuel Sportsbook app risk-free right now up to $1,000. All you got to do, sign up for a FanDuel Sportsbook account. New users, don't forget, use that promo code because you can get up to $1,000 on a risk-free bet just by using More Ways 1000. If your first bet doesn't hit, it's all good. We've got your back. FanDuel's going to refund you up to $1,000 in site credit. One of the most famous sports bettors burst onto the scene, but it wasn't for a huge wager he won. James Holzhauer revolutionized the game show Jeopardy with his strategy of picking random clues and making monster wagers on daily doubles. That led him to winning more than $2.4 million during his 32-game winning streak on the show. But just how would he do with sports betting topics against our experts? We decided to find out.
This is Bet Party. Here are today's contestants. A horse racing handicapper and avid sports bettor from Los Angeles, California, Dave Weaver. A sports radio host who knows everything about the Steel City from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Andrew Filipponi. And our returning champion, a professional sports bettor and quiz show champion from Chicago, Illinois, James Holzhauer. And now, here is the host of Bet Party, Lisa Kerney.
Thank you. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of all of us here at FanDuel, welcome to Bet Party. We have some great contestants today, as you saw, so we're going to get right into this game. The category is sports betting. We have 5 answers with various points ranging from 200 to 1,000. You know how this works. I give the answer. The guys have to give the question, and we'll tally up the points at the very end. So let's get started with the answer to the 200-point question. Sunday night, right after all the lines are posted. Yes, Pony, you buzzed in first. Let's hear your question.
Lisa, that's an easy one. What is the best time to eat a Permane Brothers sandwich, drink in Iron City, and celebrate a Steelers win?
No doubt, and you know I'd be right there with you. Points for creativity, Pony. Sounds like a great Sunday night in Pittsburgh, but that is not correct. All right, James, you buzzed in, so let's get your take.
What is the best time to be making a bet on next week's games? There's an important concept in sports betting called price discovery. You want to get in there before the market has had a chance to weigh in on their opinions. The closing lines are always sharper than the opening lines. That's because people come in and bet them when they see that they're off. And if you are the first one to get in there, you have a better chance of finding value.
There it is. Calculated and correct, James. Nice job. Let's keep moving with our next answer. This is for 400 points. The Washington football team at plus 10,000. All right, Dave, getting into the game now. What's your question?
What is the best value on the entire FanDuel Sportsbook to win the NFL championship? Because Washington's going to win that division. They get a home game. They have to win 2 games on the road, and they're going to the Super Bowl.
A little bit of work to do, Dave, but nice job. Look at you, really high on an NFC East team to win it all. Let's get to the next answer. For 600 points, the best way for an experienced bettor to make money betting pro football. All right, Dave, trying to get back-to-back responses correct. What you got?
What is bet the Cleveland Browns every week, bet Cleveland to win division, bet Cleveland to win it all, bet Baker Mayfield for MVP, and Myles Garrett for Defensive Player of the Year.
Have I heard this on this show yet before? Weaver, still loving those Browns. I dig it. Maybe a better bet this year than the past few, but still not correct. All right, James, let's get your take on this one.
What is in-game betting? This mostly boils down to price discovery again. You know, the in-game bets, they've had a few seconds at best to look at these the game state and post these odds, and they make mistakes when they take only a few seconds. You know, you're not going to find so many mistakes if you bet a week-old football line that's been up there and every single person in the world has had a chance to look at it. But if you find something that just happened, maybe people overreacted to something, maybe they underreacted, but you can find that value that's often not there on a different kind of bet.
Yeah, James, yes, another answer correct. Really interesting take there on in-game betting. Now to the 4th answer. Any football team to go 0-16 in the regular season. All right, Pony, looking to get your first question correct. What you got?
What is no? The Jets, Jets are going to win a game, and I can get plus 100 odds on the FanDuel Sportsbook. Mark my words, they're going to beat the Browns.
Oh, dueling here on the show. Pony, you're on the board and optimistic the Jets get in the win column this year. Gangrene fans right there. All right, now to the final 1,000-point answer. Yards per play and differential success rate. All right, James, let's get your take on the final one here.
What are the 2 most important stats I look at before I place a bet? I think on a real macro level, you know, you're just looking at a team that can move the ball on offense consistently and stop the opponents from moving the ball consistently on defense. And those are the 2 big things you need to get when you're starting the analysis of the game. You know, if you want to get a little more granular about it, okay, but those 2 things are the real big things you look at before you make your own number on the game.
He's so good. He is so good. So the final point total, Dave with 400, Pony with 800 and Jeopardy James with 1,800 points. Big thanks to James Holzhauer for having some fun with us on this show. And if you want to see more of James, check out The Chase on January 7th, 9 p.m. on ABC. And James will also be back with us right here next week on More Ways to Win with more of his historic run on Jeopardy. He talks about that and who he thinks could take over as the next Jeopardy host. Some really interesting conversation with James. That's right here next week on More Ways to Win. So, Dave, we got to get your take on this because what was it like competing against the professional sports bettor, professional Jeopardy player, winning $2.5 million playing Jeopardy? Like, what an experience! How fun!
We join a long list because we're not the only ones that lost to James, but we held our own. Hey, I didn't end up negative. That's good.
All right. Well, time now to turn our attention to daily fantasy and a special FanDuel contest starting this week that gives you a chance to play against some NFL GOATs, Jerry Rice, Emmitt Smith, and Warren Moon. It's all part of FanDuel's GOAT Gauntlet series powered by Goat Fuel. You can win a spot in the DFS finals against those NFL greats by doing one of the following. Win the contest or roster the highest scoring player at a certain position. This week, that position is wide receiver. So we asked FanDuel editor-in-chief JJ Zachariason to give us his picks for the wideout that will ball out this weekend. Hey, JJ.
Hey, Lisa, this week I'm going to give you 3 wide receivers who could finish as the wide receiver 1 on this week's slate. I'm going to start with DK Metcalf. We know Metcalf brings a lot of upside. We saw that back in Week 8 when he faced San Francisco. He had 161 yards receiving in that game, and he also had a pair of scores. Now he gets the Jets. The Jets are the 8th friendliest team this season when looking at adjusted fantasy points allowed to wide receivers. Considering Metcalf's 23.4% target share this year in that Seahawks offense, he definitely has the potential to be this week's top scoring wide receiver. And so does Tyreek Hill. Hill has been really flashing upside over the last month and a half, finishing as a top 5 wide receiver in 4 of his last 5 games. That alone tells you that he's capable of being this week's top wide receiver scorer. And over his last 6 games, he's averaging a target share per game north of 30%. Across his first 6 games of the year, that number was under 18%. So he's been more involved in this offense, and he's seeing his typical deep targets. He ranks 2nd this year in targets that traveled 15 or more air yards. So if you're looking for a top wide receiver scorer, Tyreek Hill does make sense. And lastly, there's Devante Adams. It's really tough right now to bet against Devante Adams. Since returning from his injury in Week 6, he's averaging a target share per game of almost 35%. That's absolutely insane. He's averaging over 11 targets per game this year, and now he gets a plus matchup against the Lions. So of all these wide receivers, Devante Adams has the best odds to finish as this week's wide receiver 1.
Thank you, JJ. Log on to FanDuel.com to enter FanDuel's GOAT Gauntlet series powered by Goat Fuel. It's just $3 with a prize pool of $25,000. Win the contest or roster the top scoring wide receiver to earn a spot in the finals against Jerry Rice, Emmitt Smith, and Warren Moon. And if you don't qualify this week, don't worry, you're going to have another chance next week with a new position group. So make sure you get in on the fun and do it now. Oh, yes, you guys know what that music means. Time now to bring out our Sunday best. Ladies and gentlemen, we've saved the very best for last. Time to get fancy, guys. Let's do it. Since we're giving out our Sunday best game picks, let's do it the right way. It's only fitting we're dressed appropriately for our Sunday best. There it is. Dave, rock it out. What's your Sunday best?
I can't believe you talked me into this. Sunday best, I'm going to go to the Raiders. To go way over. Alternate total, 60.5 over. First half, second half, both over. And the Raiders win this game wire to wire. Full half, halftime, and full time, both Raiders.
Dave, you look like a degenerate Mad Hatter right now. I brought a tie. You haven't seen one of these. You don't tie many bets. You lose them. Mike Glennon is 6-18 all time as a quarterback. He's starting for Jacksonville. Take the Titans. They're going to cover. They make a great same-game parlay option.
I'm sorry I didn't bring my monocle for this. Deshaun Watson, the greatest quarterback in the worst possible situation. Somehow he's still 10th in EPA CPOE composite in non-garbage time. I think Texans away team total. Put it all together, $156 available to you.
You guys look ravishing. Love the picks. Love the looks. Hey, happy week 14, everybody. Thanks for hanging with us here on More Ways to Win. We'll see you right back here next week.
Saturday. Gulfstream features a pair of winning Grade 3 events. Top horses square off in the Harlan's Holiday, and Phillies and Mares duel in the Sugar Swirl. Play both Saturday. Gulfstream Park, first post, 12:35 Eastern, 9:35 Pacific.
We are happy to present this year 25 mares and fillies from our top families. A lot of them are young. There's stakes winners, stakes players, group producers, stakes producer. It's not easy to choose a key lot, but I would like to highlight a few of the fillies. One of them is named Euclidia. She's a 3-year-old stakes winner, the family of Solemia. The dam first 4 daughters are all stakes players, and we have 2 Group 1 performers, Soustraction and Mathematica, that we have retained at home, so I think it's an exciting pedigree. Hallucination, she's a Lope de Vega, half-sister to 2 2-year-old group winners, Sarsaparilla and especially Kalahara, who was very impressive winning the Prix d'Arenberg this year on 5 furlongs. Light Dream, she's a sister to Plumania, Balladeuse and Dance Quest. The 3 of them are being already group producer at home. Todilia, she's very well bred by Galileo and the Group 1 winner Safari Queen. You can go on the website of Arcana, you can contact me, contact the stud farm, and we'll be very happy to help anybody.
I think that Washington getting the 8 points is a good thing.
Give me Denver to cover the 13.5.
I've got the Bills covering here.
I will take the Jets here and the 8 points.
Not only do I like the 6, I think it's a great idea to get in on the Browns on the money line in this game too.
Yes, there it is. Our guys were on absolute fire last week, picking winners left and right, including you. Hey, fist bump.
Boom.
It's good to see you here in studio, and we're doing this all again for you here in Week 14. What up, gamblers? Welcome inside our Los Angeles studio. I'm your host, Lisa Kerney. He's the handicapper, Mr. Dave Weaver himself, and all the guys are back this week. Let's get the team in here. Pony, Ed, and TJ Hushmanzada joining us. Former NFL player TJ dropping knowledge for us a little later in the show. Hey, we put together an awesome show for you guys. We're ripping through game picks, best bets, big parlays that are going to pay out. So let's get this party started. You're watching FanDuel Sportsbooks, more ways to win. Yes, Dave, we are coming out hot, kicking off this show with our very best bets here in Week 14. And now that means for all of you at home, this is the time to download the FanDuel Sportsbook app to place your bets with our experts' advice. You just plug in the promo code MOREWAYS1000 and your first bet is risk-free up to $1,000. So let's go ahead and place those bets, shall we? And we are starting with our confidence boost. Pony, Ed, Dave, you're giving us your one bet on the board you are most confident in this week. And Dave, the board is yours. Show us your best bet.
Okay, first of all, I downloaded the app, so I always have it at my fingertips. My bet, by the way, boys and girls, is not a bet for this week. It is a bet, though, that is there that involves the New York Jets. They're asking how many wins will the Jets have this year? 0, 1, 2, or 3. There's, 4 games left. Mm-hmm. They're not winning a game. They have, if they didn't win last week against the Raiders, they're not winning at all. And the bet's a gift. It's minus 125. So that's where my $100 is going. But let me show you exactly where that is, because it's not just a regular game on the tab. So if you go to NFL, you're going to click that first to get to all the NFL games. But there's a section called Team Futures. Once you click on Team Futures, then after that, you can go to win totals. And there are a lot of win totals, by the way, for a bunch of teams. But if you scroll all the way to the bottom, you're going to get to a spot where it says team exact number of wins. That's what we're looking for. And when you click on that, it'll ask you for the New York Jets, what are they going to win? 0, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I guess they could win 4. That's plus 12,000 if they sweep the board. But they're not winning a game. They play the Rams, Seattle, Cleveland, and New England. 3 of those are on the road. Lock it up for my 100.
All right, Dave, go ahead. I mean, me, I'm more carpe diem. I'm more live life to the fullest right now. I'm living in the present. I'm going to take the Vegas Raiders against Indianapolis. The Raiders, they respond at home in big games. They scored 34 at home against New Orleans. They scored 31 against the Chiefs. They are going to cover the number against the Colts, who've gone on the road and scored 30 only twice this year. And Lisa, dare I say for this game with the Raiders, a money line moneymaker? Take Vegas.
How about a buy low opportunity for my Tennessee Titans? Lay the 7.5 points versus the Jaguars. Mike Glennon for Jacksonville, his average EPA per play before the season was a negative .0536, which is below average. In the last 2 games, he's been slightly above average, but he is due for regression to the mean. As for the Titans, Derrick Henry, 4th in rushing yards over expected at 168. Couldn't be utilized very much last week with that big deficit. I expect him to have a monster performance and Tennessee to win big.
Best bet, boom, check, done. Yes, I said boom. Now you can take our guys' most confident bets and place those wagers right now on the FanDuel Sportsbook app. And hey, while you're there, check out all the lines for all the Week 14 games. They are available right now. All right, now it's time to turn up the heat and go head-to-head in a game we call Prose versus Player. Who's got the betting advantage here? Our pros or a former NFL player? Well, we're about to find out. Let's welcome in our NFL player, TJ Houshmandzadeh, former NFL wide receiver and Pro Bowler. What's up, TJ?
How you guys doing? I'm doing well.
Awesome having you with us. Thanks for being with us here on the show. I've been seeing you do your thing. Are you ready to take on our pros here?
Oh, yeah, I'm more than ready. I'm ready to go.
All right, let's rock it out. TJ, 3 games against our 3 sports betting pros. And Pony, you're up first here. Let's start with a huge AFC matchup on Sunday night. Pittsburgh at Buffalo. Steelers getting 2.5 points on the road in this matchup. Pony, you're in Pittsburgh, but guess first. So let's start with you, TJ. Who do you like in this one?
I like the Buffalo Bills. I'm a little disappointed that the Washington football team beat the Bills to this. I felt like the Steelers being undefeated, it gives you a lot of confidence, but they squeaked by in so many games and they won. The Bills are flying high. Josh Allen is an MVP candidate. The weather in Buffalo may or may not play a part in this, but it doesn't matter. The Steelers can't run the ball. They're not an effective running team. They rely on the pass too much, and I like Buffalo. And I don't care that they're giving up 2.5 points. If they win, they'll roll pretty well.
TJ, your head-to-head history against the Steelers is pretty lousy, and I think it continues here. I'm going to take Pittsburgh, and let me tell you why. Josh Allen this year is 3-3 when he throws an interception. Problem is, the Steelers' defense is number 1 in the NFL at getting interceptions. They're 16, leads the entire league. So I think Allen turns the ball over. It gives Ben Roethlisberger and company an extra possession, and the Steelers will rebound after 2 so-so games. Actually, the last one was terrible. They're going to respond here, and they're going to cover the 2.5.
Some great stats there on that full screen as well. Great stuff, guys. Again, that game in the bright lights on Sunday Night Football. Thank you, Pony. As for you, TJ, let's get to round 2 here. Dave, you're up for this one. Let's pick the Chiefs at Dolphins. Miami's won 7 out of 8, but are still getting 7 points at home against these 11-1 Chiefs. TJ, coming to you first. Who you got in this one?
Rookie quarterback, Tua playing. The Chiefs, they can't stumble. When I say stumble, they want to win impressively. They're fighting for home field advantage. Once the Steelers lose, they'll have that. And so, rookie quarterback again, and Tua Tagovailoa starting against this Kansas City Chiefs defense that is much improved in years past. I like the Chiefs to score plenty and win this by at least 10 points, double digits for sure.
Well, I didn't do my research on how you do against the Dolphins, so I'll let you off the hook on that one and not make fun of you like Pony did. But here's the deal.
That was a good one by Pony, by the way.
That was a pretty good cheap shot on you. But
good.
We're not trying to win this game, TJ. We're trying to cover it. And you know who does that the best in the NFL? The Dolphins. They are the number 1 covering team. They're 9-3 against the spread. I don't even know the last time the Chiefs covered. They've been winning by 3 and 4. Look, they may win, but to get it done by a touchdown, I don't think so. Dolphins defense has been on fire. 6 turnovers in the last 3 games. They've been keeping teams off the field. 19 or less first downs, 4 straight games in a row. That is not an easy thing to do against the Chiefs, but let's hope they can slow down Patrick Mahomes and keep this one close. I'm going to say they lose, but they cover the touchdown.
Okay, so Dave on the Dolphins, TJ on the Chiefs, double digits for you. I say Jack Stack Barbecue goes to the winner because I'm a Kansas City girl and I can do it like that. Great stuff, Dave. Thank you. TJ, third and final matchup for you right here. You're taking on our analytics expert, Ed Egros, joining us from Dallas. Ed, let's break down this Monday night matchup here. We've got Ravens at the Browns. Cleveland getting 1.5 points at home. TJ, who do you like here?
I'll be honest with this game. I'm a little unsure. But when I'm unsure, I'm going with the points. Obviously, the first game of the season, Baltimore literally ran over the Cleveland Browns. But Cleveland Browns are playing a lot better. This is in Cleveland. Terrible weather. Both teams are going to run the ball. So who can run the ball effectively? And I like the two-headed monster that Cleveland has in Chubb and Kareem Hunt. I'm taking the points, and hopefully Baker doesn't disappoint me. But I'm going to roll with the Cleveland Browns on this one. I know Baltimore needs this game, but the Browns should feel really good about themselves after that big win last weekend over Tennessee.
Let me start with the most important point here, TJ. You helped many of my fantasy teams over the years, and so thank you for that. I'll go easy on you here.
I appreciate that.
Of course, but I'm going to go with Baltimore here, and here's why. In the last meeting on week 1, no quarterback played better in terms of quarterback rating, EPA, any metric you want to use. Lamar Jackson was the best quarterback in football. In the previous meeting back in 2019, Jackson was 6th among all qualifying quarterbacks, and so he does really, really well against the Browns. For Baker Mayfield, yeah, he was great against Tennessee, but he is volatile. He ranks 4th in bad throw percentage at 19.9%. If the Ravens defense gets any pressure whatsoever, Mayfield could be in some big trouble.
So, Ed, what you were actually saying is I respectfully oppose everything you just said there, TJ, but thanks for my fantasy teams in the past.
It's inconsistent, I know, but that's how we roll here, right?
Very compelling.
At least he didn't come at me like Pony.
I mean, right?
Yeah.
Well done. We're going to hear from TJ in just a little bit. Again, he's sticking around. Now it is your turn to play. Who are you tailing here? Our player or our pros? You can make your moves right now on the FanDuel Sportsbook app. And remember, new users, plug in that promo code. It's right there on the bottom of your screen. More ways 1,000. You're going to get a risk-free $1,000 bet. Well, you guys know we're all about competition here on this show. And betting on the FanDuel Sportsbook app is legal, live, easy, and I say it every week, so much fun that a few of our friends here at FanDuel wanted to get in on the action. Jim Sonis, Megan Making Money, and Tom Vecchio, a.k.a. DFS Tom, are facing off against each other here in a segment we're calling Fans Duel. All three contestants have $100 to place on one bet, one bet on a spread, money line, and total. Let the picks and the trash talk begin.
My first two bets for Week 14 both come from the same game, which is risky. We came here to win against Megan in town. The first one is the money line on the Steelers at plus 126 against the Bills. This just feels like an overreaction to what we saw in Week 13 with the Bills playing lights out and the Steelers struggling. I'm expecting a bounce back here, specifically for the Steelers offense. They are plus 126 in the money line. I want $25 there and then $40 on the over at 46.5. As I said, I expect the Steelers offense to play well, but their defense is not the same without Bud Dupree. So there should be points here. I'm expecting a sweat coming up on Sunday night. $40 on the over, 25 on the Steelers money line. My final $35 will go to the Minnesota Vikings plus 6.5 against Tampa Bay. This is not a negative Tampa Bay thing. It's a pro Minnesota thing because they're actually ranked 8th in schedule adjusted passing offense based on number fires metrics. So yeah, the Bucs should be able to slow Dalvin Cook, but I think Kirk Cousins can move the ball through the air. That's where my final $35 go as we try to sweat out a win over Megan and Tom.
Jim, Tom, y'all are both great guys, but I am here to kick some butt. My first bet is a $50 bet, and that is on the Cardinals minus 2.5 versus the Giants. I'm putting $50 on that spread. Next, I am taking the Raiders money line for $25. Finally, I am taking the last $25 and putting it on the under in the Tampa Bay Vikings game. Again, Jim, Tom, I love you, but good luck. Y'all are going to need it.
I have 3 bets for Week 14 of the NFL. I know Megan and Jim have both made their picks, but mine are the ones that you want for this week. We have 3 bets, 1 moneyline bet, 1 spread bet, and 1 total bet. So let's jump in. Starting off with the Titans minus 7.5 on the road visiting the Jaguars. We're going to put $50 towards this. The Titans need to bounce back after a rough loss at home to the Browns last week. They should be able to take care of the Jaguars. Next up, the Falcons at the Chargers. The over-under right now is sitting at 49.5. The odds on this are minus 112. 2 defenses that can't really play defense, so we're looking at plenty of scoring on this one, putting $25 towards that. And the final one, the money line, the Bears at home hosting the Texans. Bears also need to bounce back if they want to secure their playoff spot. The odds on that are sitting at plus 112, also putting 25 to that one.
And you can pop these bets right into the app. We're going to track their picks as the games play out and see who ends up making the most money on their bets. The winner is coming back next week to accept, of course, a virtual trophy and give us more winning picks. So be sure to tune in next week for that. All right, guys, a defensive touchdown is one of the most exciting plays in football. I'm married to a defensive end. There it is. Of course, a big parlay is one of the best feelings in betting. So we're combining the two in our Pick Six segment. Dave, Pony, Ed, you guys are giving us your best parlay on the board. 2 legs from each of you that are hitting this weekend. Dave, go for it. You're first.
Okay, I'll start us off. Get 2 wins right in here on our bet. I'm going to go to the Bears. Houston looked terrible second half last week. 5 sacks for Indy on Deshaun Watson. And then you have Minnesota, my second team, which I think might be able to beat Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay's been lousy offensively. They're going to pound Dalvin Cook all the way down the field. It's been tough to run on Tampa, but Minnesota can do it. So Bears and Vikings.
I'm going to tail Arizona. I mean, they've played 6 consecutive games against teams 500 or better. Now they get a break with the Giants. And Dave, you stole my notes on the Vikings. What are you doing here? You're giving me bad luck. I like Minnesota too.
I'm going to be relatively conservative. I don't want to be the one who ruins it for everybody, so I'm going to go Tampa Bay money line over the Vikings and then the Saints money line over the Eagles. I think they are going to feast on a rookie quarterback, but things can be a little bit volatile on the road for New Orleans.
All right, there you go. A 6-pack of parlays there. 3 different bets that you can make right now. Stack them up in the FanDuel Sportsbook app. Play any of theirs or, hey, parlay up to 16 legs of your own. The more games you add, the more your odds increase, which, of course, leads to a big payout. But we're not done. We're riding the momentum, and after the Pick Six, we're going for the 2-point conversion. So that means another 2-leg parlay bet, and we're bringing back former NFL Pro Bowl wide receiver TJ Houshmandzadeh. TJ, I said you'd be back. Thanks for sticking around. We're going to get your take, your best 2-leg parlay for this weekend. TJ, welcome to the parlay party. What you got?
So this is one thing that I learned from playing. One thing that travels is defense. The Colts defense will travel to Vegas, so I'm gonna take the Colts. Give up 3 points. I believe they'll beat the Raiders by probably a touchdown. And another thing that I learned, when you get a rookie quarterback making his first start, he's going to be nervous. He's going to have a hard time sleeping Saturday night. I'm going to take the New Orleans Saints over the Philadelphia Eagles.
Okay, there it is. TJ, awesome stuff. Pick 2 favorites and his parlays. Dave pays out at plus 264. Guys, 3 of you included the Vikings and Bucks game in your parlays. Dave and Pony, you have the Vikings and the points. Ed, you have the Bucks on the money line. I am going with the total because Tom Brady and the Bucks are coming off their bye, motivated to clinch the postseason. The Vikings are, by the way, one of the worst teams in the NFL in allowing receptions and yards to opposing wide receivers. Let me tell you something. Mike Evans, TJ, is going to have himself a day. I'm betting the over 51 and a half.
I'm with you on that. I'm with you. Tampa Bay on a bye week, and they all picked the Vikings. That threw me off. I'm with you.
That's right. Let's do this dang thing. You can make a parlay bet or any bet on the FanDuel Sportsbook app risk-free right now up to $1,000. All you got to do, sign up for a FanDuel Sportsbook account. New users, don't forget, use that promo code because you can get up to $1,000 on a risk-free bet just by using More Ways 1,000. If your first bet doesn't hit, it's all good. We've got your back. FanDuel's going to refund you up to $1,000 in site credit. One of the most famous sports bettors burst onto the scene, but it wasn't for a huge wager he won. James Holzhauer revolutionized the game show Jeopardy with his strategy of picking random clues and making monster wagers on daily doubles. That led him to winning more than $2.4 million during his 32-game winning streak on the show. But just how would he do with sports betting topics against our experts? We decided to find out.
This is Bet Party. Here are today's contestants. A horse racing handicapper and avid sports bettor from Los Angeles, California, Dave Weaver. a sports radio host who knows everything about the Steel City from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Andrew Filipponi. And our returning champion, a professional sports bettor and quiz show champion from Chicago, Illinois, James Holtzauer. And now, here is the host of Bet Party, Lisa Kerney.
Thank you. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of all of us here at FanDuel, welcome to Bet Party. We have some great contestants today, as you saw, so we're going to get right into this game. The category is sports betting. We have 5 answers with various points ranging from 200 to 1,000. You know how this works. I give the answer. The guys have to give the question, and we'll tally up the points at the very end. So let's get started with the answer to the 200-point question. Sunday night, right after all the lines are posted. Yes, Pony, you buzzed in first. Let's hear your question.
Lisa, that's an easy one. What is the best time to eat a Permane Brothers sandwich, drink in Iron City, and celebrate a Steelers win?
No doubt, and you know I'd be right there with you. Points for creativity, Pony. Sounds like a great Sunday night in Pittsburgh, but that is not correct. All right, James, you buzzed in, so let's get your take.
What is the best time to be making a bet on next week's games? There's an important concept in sports betting called price discovery. You want to get in there before the market has had a chance to weigh in on their opinions. Closing lines are always sharper than the opening lines. That's because people come in and bet them when they see that they're off. And if you are the first one to get in there, then you have a better chance of finding value.
There it is. Calculated and correct, James. Nice job. Let's keep moving with our next answer. This is for 400 points. The Washington football team at plus 10,000. All right, Dave, getting into the game now. What's your question?
What is the best value on the entire FanDuel Sportsbook to win the NFL championship? Because Washington's going to win that division. They get a home game. They have to win 2 games on the road, and they're going to the Super Bowl.
A little bit of work to do, Dave, but nice job. Look at you, really high on an NFC East team to win it all. Let's get to the next answer. For 600 points, the best way for an experienced bettor to make money betting pro football. All right, Dave, trying to get back-to-back responses correct. What you got?
What is bet the Cleveland Browns every week, bet Cleveland to win division, bet Cleveland to win it all, bet Baker Mayfield for MVP, and Myles Garrett for Defensive Player of the Year.
Have I heard this on this show yet before? Weaver, still loving those Browns. I dig it. Maybe a better bet this year than the past few, but still not correct. All right, James, let's get your take on this one.
What is in-game betting? This mostly boils down to price discovery again. You know, the in-game bets, they've had a few seconds at best to look at these the game state and post these odds, and they make mistakes when they take only a few seconds. You know, you're not going to find too many mistakes if you bet a week-old football line that's been up there and every single person in the world has had a chance to look at it. But if you find something that just happened, maybe people overreacted to something, maybe they underreacted, but you can find that value that's often not there on a different kind of bet.
Yeah, James, yes, another answer correct. Really interesting take there on in-game betting. Now to the 4th answer. Any football team to go 0-16 in the regular season. All right, Pony, looking to get your first question correct. What you got?
What is no? The Jets, Jets are going to win a game, and I can get plus 100 odds on the FanDuel Sportsbook. Mark my words, they're going to beat the Browns.
Oh, dueling here on the show. Pony, you're on the board and optimistic the Jets get in the win column this year. Gangrene fans right there. All right, now to the final 1,000-point answer. Yards per play and differential success rate. All right, James, let's get your take on the final one here.
What are the 2 most important stats I look at before I place a bet? I think on a real macro level, you know, you're just looking at a team that can move the ball on offense consistently and stop the opponents from moving the ball consistently on defense. And those are the 2 big things you need to get when you're starting the analysis of the game. You know, if you want to get a little more granular about it, okay, but those 2 things are the real big things you look at before you make your own number on the game.
He's so good. He is so good. So the final point total, Dave with 400, Pony with 800, and Jeopardy James with 1,800 points. Big thanks to James Holzhauer for having some fun with us on this show. And if you want to see more of James, check out The Chase on January 7th, 9 p.m. on ABC. And James will also be back with us right here next week on More Ways to Win with more of his historic run on Jeopardy. He talks about that and who he thinks could take over as the next Jeopardy host. Some really interesting conversation with James. That's right here next week on More Ways to Win. So, Dave, we got to get your take on this because what was it like competing against the professional sports better, professional Jeopardy player, winning $2.5 million playing Jeopardy? Like, what an experience. How fun.
We join a long list because we're not the only ones that lost to James, but we held our own. Hey, I didn't end up negative. That's good.
All right. Well, time now to turn our attention to daily fantasy and a special FanDuel contest starting this week that gives you a chance to play against some NFL GOATs, Jerry Rice, Emmitt Smith, and Warren Moon. It's all part of FanDuel's GOAT Gauntlet series powered by GOAT Fuel. You can win a spot in the DFS finals against those NFL greats by doing one of the following. Win the contest or roster the highest scoring player at a certain position. This week, that position is wide receiver. So we asked FanDuel editor-in-chief JJ Zacharyson to give us his picks for the wideout that will ball out this weekend. Hey, JJ.
Hey, Lisa, this week I'm going to give you 3 wide receivers who could finish as the wide receiver 1 on this week's slate. I'm going to start with DK Metcalf. We know Metcalf brings a lot of upside. We saw that back in Week 8 when he faced San Francisco. He had 161 yards receiving in that game, and he also had a pair of scores. Now he gets the Jets. The Jets are the 8th friendliest team this season when looking at adjusted fantasy points allowed to wide receivers. Considering Metcalf's 23.4% target share this year in that Seahawks offense, he definitely has the potential to be this week's top scoring wide receiver. And so does Tyreek Hill. Hill has been really flashing upside over the last month and a half, finishing as a top 5 wide receiver in 4 of his last 5 games. That alone tells you that he's capable of being this week's top wide receiver scorer. And over his last 6 games, he's averaging a target share per game north of 30%. Across his first 6 games of the year, that number was under 18%. So he's been more involved in this offense, and he's seeing his typical deep targets. He ranks 2nd this year in targets that traveled 15 or more air yards. So if you're looking for a top wide receiver scorer, Tyreek Hill does make sense. And lastly, there's Devante Adams. It's really tough right now to bet against Devante Adams. Since returning from his injury in Week 6, he's averaging a target share per game of almost 35%. That's absolutely insane. He's averaging over 11 targets per game this year, and now he gets a plus matchup against the Lions. So of all these wide receivers, Devante Adams has the best odds to finish as this week's wide receiver 1.
Thank you, JJ. Log on to FanDuel.com to enter FanDuel's GOAT Gauntlet series powered by GOAT Fuel. It's just $3 with a prize pool of $25,000. Win the contest or roster the top scoring wide receiver to earn a spot in the finals against Jerry Rice, Emmitt Smith, and Warren Moon. And if you don't qualify this week, don't worry, you're going to have another chance next week with a new position group. So make sure you get in on the fun and do it now. Oh, yes, you guys know what that music means. Time now to bring out our Sunday best. Ladies and gentlemen, we've saved the very best for last. Time to get fancy, guys. Let's do it. Since we're giving out our Sunday best game picks, let's do it the right way. It's only fitting we're dressed appropriately for our Sunday best. There it is. Dave, rock it out. What's your Sunday best?
I can't believe you talked me into this. Sunday best, I'm going to go to the Raiders. To go way over. Alternate total, 60.5 over. First half, second half, both over. And the Raiders win this game wire to wire. Full half, halftime, and full time, both Raiders.
Dave, you look like a degenerate Mad Hatter right now. I brought a tie. You haven't seen one of these. You don't tie many bets. You lose them. Mike Glennon is 6-18 all time as a quarterback. He's starting for Jacksonville. Take the Titans. They're going to cover. They make a great same-game parlay option.
I'm sorry I didn't bring my monocle for this. Deshaun Watson, the greatest quarterback in the worst possible situation. Somehow he's still 10th in EPA CPOE composite in non-garbage time. I think Texans away team total. Put it all together, $156 available to you.
You guys look ravishing. Love the picks. Love the looks. Hey, happy week 14, everybody. Thanks for hanging with us here on More Ways to Win. We'll see you right back here next week.
TVT Saturday. Older fillies and mares race a mile in the Grade 3 Rampart from Gulfstream. Graded stakes action from Hallandale Beach. Play Saturday. Gulfstream. First post, 12:35 Eastern, 9:35 Pacific.
And we really believe that there's something for everyone in our draft. They're a particularly exciting group of fillies. They've got wonderful pedigrees hailing from all four corners of the globe: Australia, USA, France, Ireland, England. We've got Adept, who's Baiju Barbie out of an Oaks winner.
Qualify unbelievably is coming. A mighty shot. Qualify.
Family Way, whose dam is a half-sister to Caravaggio. We've also got Peace Melody, who's out of a Caliph mare, very fast family. She's a sister to a listed winner, and her dam is multiple listed placed as well. All our fillies are being sold out of training, but the majority of them can carry on running. Take, for example, Space Race. She's a non-winner. She's not far off winning a maiden, and there's no reason why she couldn't carry on racing this winter and win a maiden on the all-weather. Another filly is Liberty Tree, who is a winner, but she's progressive, she's lightly raced, and she has every chance of winning a filly's handicap off her current rating.
Saturday, Gulfstream features a pair of winning Grade 3 events. Top horses square off in the Harlan's Holiday, and fillies and mares duel in the Sugar Swirl. Play both Saturday. Gulfstream Park, first post, 12:35 Eastern, 9:35 Pacific.
I think that Washington getting the 8 points is a good thing.
Give me Denver to cover the 13.5.
I've got the Bills covering here.
I will take the Jets here and the 8 points.
Not only do I like the 6, I think it's a great idea to get in on the Browns on the money line in this game too.
Yes, there it is. Our guys were on absolute fire last week, picking winners left and right, including you. Hey, fist bump.
Boom.
It's good to see you here in studio, and we're doing this all again for you here in week 14. What up, gamblers? Welcome inside our Los Angeles studio. I'm your host, Lisa Kerney. He's the handicapper, Mr. Dave Weaver himself, and all the guys are back this week. Let's get the team in here. Pony, Ed, and TJ Hushmanzada joining us. Former NFL player TJ dropping knowledge for us a little later in the show. Hey, we put together an awesome show for you guys. We're ripping through game picks, best bets, big parlays that are going to pay out. So let's get this party started. You're watching FanDuel Sportsbook's More Ways to Win. Yes, Dave, we are coming out hot, kicking off this show with our very best bets here in week 14. And now that means for all of you at home, this is the time to download the FanDuel Sportsbook app to place your bets with our experts' advice. You just plug in the promo code MOREWAYS1000 and your first bet is risk-free up to $1,000. So let's go ahead and place those bets, shall we? And we are starting with our confidence boost. Pony, Ed, Dave, you're giving us your one bet on the board you are most confident in this week. And Dave, the board is yours. Show us your best bet.
Okay, first of all, I downloaded the app, so I always have it at my fingertips. My bet, by the way, boys and girls, is not a bet for this week. It is a bet, though, that is there that involves the New York Jets. They're asking how many wins will the Jets have this year? 0, 1, 2, or 3. There's, 4 games left. Mm-hmm. They're not winning a game. They have, if they didn't win last week against the Raiders, they're not winning at all. And the bet's a gift. It's minus 125. So that's where my $100 is going. But let me show you exactly where that is, because it's not just a regular game on the tab. So if you go to NFL, you're going to click that first to get to all the NFL games. But there's a section called Team Futures. Once you click on Team Futures, then after that, you can go to win totals. And there are a lot of win totals, by the way, for a bunch of teams. But if you scroll all the way to the bottom, you're going to get to a spot where it says team exact number of wins. That's what we're looking for. And when you click on that, it'll ask you for the New York Jets, what are they going to win? 0, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I guess they could win 4. That's plus 12,000 if they sweep the board. But they're not winning a game. They play the Rams, Seattle, Cleveland, and New England. 3 of those are on the road. Lock it up for my 100.
All right, Dave, go ahead. I mean, me, I'm more carpe diem. I'm more live life to the fullest right now. I'm living in the present. I'm going to take the Vegas Raiders against Indianapolis. The Raiders, they respond at home in big games. They scored 34 at home against New Orleans. They scored 31 against the Chiefs. They are going to cover the number against the Colts, who've gone on the road and scored 30 only twice this year. And Lisa, dare I say for this game with the Raiders, a moneyline moneymaker. Take Vegas.
How about a buy low opportunity for my Tennessee Titans? Lay the 7.5 points versus the Jaguars. Mike Glennon for Jacksonville, his average EPA per play before the season was a negative .0536, which is below average. In the last 2 games, he's been slightly above average, but he is due for regression to the mean. As for the Titans, Derrick Henry, 4th in rushing yards over expected at 168. Couldn't be utilized very much last week with that big deficit. I expect him to have a monster performance and Tennessee to win big.
Best bet, boom, check, done. Yes, I said boom. Now you can take our guys' most confident bets and place those wagers right now on the FanDuel Sportsbook app. And hey, while you're there, check out all the lines for all the Week 14 games. They are available right now. All right, now it's time to turn up the heat and go head-to-head in a game we call Prose versus Player. Who's got the betting advantage here, our pros or a former NFL player? Well, we're about to find out. Let's welcome in our NFL player, TJ Houshmandzadeh, former NFL wide receiver and Pro Bowler. What's up, TJ?
How you guys doing? I'm doing well.
Awesome having you with us. Thanks for being with us here on the show. I've been seeing you do your thing. Are you ready to take on our pros here?
Oh, yeah, I'm more than ready. I'm ready to go.
All right, let's rock it out. TJ, 3 games against our 3 sports betting pros. And Pony, you're up first here. Let's start with a huge AFC matchup on Sunday night. Pittsburgh at Buffalo. Steelers getting 2.5 points on the road in this matchup. Pony, you're in Pittsburgh, but guess first. So let's start with you, TJ. Who do you like in this one?
I like the Buffalo Bills. I'm a little disappointed that the Washington football team beat the Bills to this. I felt like the Steelers being undefeated, it gives you a lot of confidence, but they squeaked by in so many games and they won. The Bills are flying high. Josh Allen is an MVP candidate. The weather in Buffalo may or may not play a part in this, but it doesn't matter. The Steelers can't run the ball. They're not an effective running team. They rely on the pass too much, and I like Buffalo. And I don't care that they're giving up 2.5 points. If they win, they'll roll pretty well.
TJ, your head-to-head history against the Steelers is pretty lousy, and I think it continues here. I'm going to take Pittsburgh, and let me tell you why. Josh Allen this year is 3-3 when he throws an interception. Problem is, the Steelers' defense is number 1 in the NFL at getting interceptions. They're 16, leads the entire league. So I think Allen turns the ball over. It gives Ben Roethlisberger and company an extra possession, and the Steelers will rebound after 2 so-so games. Actually, the last one was terrible. They're going to respond here, and they're going to cover the 2.5.
Some great stats there on that full screen as well. Great stuff, guys. Again, that game in the bright lights on Sunday Night Football. Thank you, Pony. As for you, TJ, let's get to round 2 here. Dave, you're up for this one. Let's pick the Chiefs at Dolphins. Miami's won 7 out of 8, but are still getting 7 points at home against these 11-1 Chiefs. TJ, coming to you first. Who you got in this one?
Rookie quarterback, Tua playing. The Chiefs, they can't stumble. When I say stumble, they want to win impressively. They're fighting for home field advantage. Once the Steelers lose, they'll have that. And so, rookie quarterback again, and Tua Tagovailoa starting against this Kansas City Chiefs defense that is much improved in years past. I like the Chiefs to score plenty and win this by at least 10 points, double digits for sure.
Well, I didn't do my research on how you do against the Dolphins, so I'll let you off the hook on that one and not make fun of you like Pony did. But here's the deal.
That was a good one by Pony, by the way.
That was a pretty good cheap shot on you. But
good.
We're not trying to win this game, TJ. We're trying to cover it. And you know who does that the best in the NFL? The Dolphins. They are the number 1 covering team. They're 9-3 against the spread. I don't even know the last time the Chiefs covered. They've been winning by 3 and 4. Look, they may win, but to get it done by a touchdown, I don't think so. Dolphins defense has been on fire. 6 turnovers in the last 3 games. They've been keeping teams off the field. 19 or less first downs, 4 straight games in a row. That is not an easy thing to do against the Chiefs, but let's hope they can slow down Patrick Mahomes and keep this one close. I'm going to say they lose, but they cover the touchdown.
Okay, so Dave on the Dolphins, TJ on the Chiefs, double digits for you. I say Jack Stack Barbecue goes to the winner because I'm a Kansas City girl and I can do it like that. Great stuff, Dave. Thank you. TJ, third and final matchup for you right here. You're taking on our analytics expert, Ed Egros, joining us from Dallas. Ed, let's break down this Monday night matchup here. We've got Ravens at the Browns. Cleveland getting 1.5 points at home. TJ, who do you like here?
I'll be honest with this game. I'm a little unsure, but when I'm unsure, I'm going with the points. Obviously, the first game of the season, Baltimore literally ran over the Cleveland Browns, but Cleveland Browns are playing a lot better. This is in Cleveland. Terrible weather. Both teams are going to run the ball. So who can run the ball effectively? And I like the two-headed monster that Cleveland has in Chubb and Kareem Hunt. I'm taking the points, and hopefully Baker doesn't disappoint me. But I'm going to roll with the Cleveland Browns on this one. I know Baltimore needs this game, but the Browns should feel really good about themselves after that big win last weekend over Tennessee.
Let me start with the most important point here. TJ, you helped many of my fantasy teams over the years, and so thank you for that. I'll go easy on you here.
I appreciate that.
Of course, but I'm going to go with Baltimore here, and here's why. In the last meeting on week 1, no quarterback played better in terms of quarterback rating, EPA, any metric you want to use. Lamar Jackson was the best quarterback in football. In the previous meeting back in 2019, Jackson was 6th among all qualifying quarterbacks, and so he does really, really well against the Browns. For Baker Mayfield, yeah, he was great against Tennessee, but he is volatile. He ranks 4th in bad throw percentage at 19.9%. If the Ravens defense gets any pressure whatsoever, Mayfield could be in some big trouble.
So, Ed, what you were actually saying is I respectfully oppose everything you just said there, TJ, but thanks for my fantasy teams in the past.
It's inconsistent, I know, but that's how we roll here, right?
Very compelling.
At least he didn't come at me like Pony.
I mean, right?
Yeah.
Well done. We're going to hear from TJ in just a little bit. Again, he's sticking around. Now it is your turn to play. Who are you tailing here? Our player or our pros? You can make your moves right now on the FanDuel Sportsbook app. And remember, new users, plug in that promo code. It's right there on the bottom of your screen. More ways 1,000. You're going to get a risk-free $1,000 bet. Well, you guys know we're all about competition here on this show. And betting on the FanDuel Sportsbook app is legal, live, easy, and I say it every week, so much fun that a few of our friends here at FanDuel wanted to get in on the action. Jim Sanis, Megan Making Money, and Tom Vecchio, a.k.a. DFS Tom, are facing off against each other here in a segment we're calling Fans Duel. All three contestants have $100 to place on one bet, one bet on a spread, money line, and total. Let the picks and the trash talk begin.
My first two bets for Week 14 both come from the same game, which is risky. We came here to win against Megan in town. The first one is the money line on the Steelers at plus 126 against the Bills. This just feels like an overreaction to what we saw in Week 13 with the Bills playing lights out and the Steelers struggling. I'm expecting a bounce back here specifically for the Steelers offense. They are plus 126 in the money line. I want $25 there and then $40 on the over at 46.5. As I said, I expect the Steelers offense to play well, but their defense is not the same without Bud Dupree. So there should be points here. I'm expecting a sweat coming up on Sunday night. $40 on the over, 25 on the Steelers money line. My final $35 will go to the Minnesota Vikings plus 6.5 against Tampa Bay. This is not a negative Tampa Bay thing. It's a pro Minnesota thing because they're actually ranked 8th in schedule adjusted passing offense based on number fires metrics. So yeah, the Bucs should be able to slow Dalvin Cook, but I think Kirk Cousins can move the ball through the air. That's where my final $35 go as we try to sweat out a win over Megan and Tom.
Jim, Tom, y'all are both great guys, but I am here to kick some butt. My first bet is a $50 bet, and that is on the Cardinals minus 2.5 versus the Giants. I'm putting $50 on that spread. Next, I am taking the Raiders money line for $25. Finally, I am taking the last $25 and putting it on the under in the Tampa Bay Vikings game. Again, Jim, Tom, I love you, but good luck. Y'all are going to need it.
I have 3 bets for Week 14 of the NFL. I know Megan and Jim have both made their picks, but mine are the ones that you want for this week. We have 3 bets, 1 moneyline bet, 1 spread bet, and 1 total bet. So let's jump in. Starting off with the Titans -7.5 on the road visiting the Jaguars. We're going to put $50 towards this. The Titans need to bounce back after a rough loss at home to the Browns last week. They should be able to take care of the Jaguars. Next up, the Falcons at the Chargers. The over-under right now is sitting at 49.5. The odds on this are -112. Two defenses that can't really play defense, so we're looking at plenty of scoring on this one, putting $25 towards that. And the final one, the money line, the Bears at home hosting the Texans. Bears also need to bounce back if they want to secure their playoff spot. The odds on that are sitting at +112, also putting 25 to that one.
And you can pop these bets right into the app. We're going to track their picks as the games play out and see who ends up making the most money on their bets. The winner is coming back next week to accept, of course, a virtual trophy and give us more winning picks. So be sure to tune in next week for that. All right, guys, a defensive touchdown is one of the most exciting plays in football. I'm married to a defensive end. There it is. Of course, a big parlay is one of the best feelings in betting. So we're combining the two in our Pick Six segment. Dave, Pony, Ed, you guys are giving us your best parlay on the board. 2 legs from each of you that are hitting this weekend. Dave, go for it. You're first.
Okay, I'll start us off. Get 2 wins right in here on our bet. I'm going to go to the Bears. Houston looked terrible second half last week. 5 sacks for Indy on Deshaun Watson. And then you have Minnesota, my second team, which I think might be able to beat Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay's been lousy offensively. They're going to pound Dalvin Cook all the way down the field. It's been tough to run on Tampa, but Minnesota can do it. So Bears and Vikings.
I'm going to tail Arizona. I mean, they've played 6 consecutive games against teams 500 or better. Now they get a break with the Giants. And Dave, you stole my notes on the Vikings. What are you doing here? You're giving me bad luck. I like Minnesota too.
I'm going to be relatively conservative. I don't want to be the one who ruins it for everybody, so I'm going to go Tampa Bay money line over the Vikings and then the Saints money line over the Eagles. I think they are going to feast on a rookie quarterback, but things can be a little bit volatile on the road for New Orleans.
All right, there you go. A 6-pack of parlays there. 3 different bets that you can make right now. Stack them up in the FanDuel Sportsbook app. Play any of theirs or, hey, parlay up to 16 legs of your own. The more games you add, the more your odds increase, which, of course, leads to a big payout. But we're not done. We're riding the momentum, and after the Pick Six, we're going for the 2-point conversion. So that means another 2-leg parlay bet, and we're bringing back former NFL Pro Bowl wide receiver TJ Houshmandzadeh. TJ, I said you'd be back. Thanks for sticking around. We're going to get your take, your best 2-leg parlay for this weekend. TJ, welcome to the parlay party. What you got?
So this is one thing that I learned from playing. One thing that travels is defense. The Colts defense will travel to Vegas, so I'm gonna take the Colts. Give up 3 points. I believe they'll beat the Raiders by probably a touchdown. And another thing that I learned: when you get a rookie quarterback making his first start, he's going to be nervous. He's going to have a hard time sleeping Saturday night. I'm going to take the New Orleans Saints over the Philadelphia Eagles.
Okay, there it is. TJ, awesome stuff. Pick 2 favorites and his parlays. Dave pays out at +264. Guys, 3 of you included the Vikings and Bucks game in your parlays. Dave and Pony, you have the Vikings and the points. Ed, you have the Bucks on the money line. I am going with the total because Tom Brady and the Bucks are coming off their bye, motivated to clinch the postseason. The Vikings are, by the way, one of the worst teams in the NFL in allowing receptions and yards to opposing wide receivers. Let me tell you something. Mike Evans, TJ, is going to have himself a day. I'm betting the over 51 and a half.
I'm with you on that. I'm with you. Tampa Bay on a bye week, and they all pick the Vikings. That threw me off. I'm with you.
That's right. Let's do this dang thing. You can make a parlay bet or any bet on the FanDuel Sportsbook app risk-free right now up to $1,000. All you got to do, sign up for a FanDuel Sportsbook account. New users, don't forget, use that promo code because you can get up to $1,000 on a risk-free bet just by using More Ways 1000. If your first bet doesn't hit, it's all good. We've got your back. FanDuel's going to refund you up to $1,000 in site credit. One of the most famous sports bettors burst onto the scene, but it wasn't for a huge wager he won. James Holzhauer revolutionized the game show Jeopardy with his strategy of picking random clues and making monster wagers on daily doubles. That led him to winning more than $2.4 million during his 32-game winning streak on the show. But just how would he do with sports betting topics against our experts? We decided to find out.
This is Bet Party. Here are today's contestants. A horse racing handicapper and avid sports bettor from Los Angeles, California, Dave Weaver. A sports radio host who knows everything about the Steel City from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Andrew Filipponi. And our returning champion, a professional sports bettor and quiz show champion from Chicago, Illinois, James Holtzauer. And now, here is the host of Bet Party, Lisa Kerney.
Thank you. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of all of us here at FanDuel, welcome to Bet Party. We have some great contestants today, as you saw, so we're going to get right into this game. The category is sports betting. We have 5 answers with various points ranging from 200 to 1,000. You know how this works. I give the answer. The guys have to give the question, and we'll tally up the points at the very end. So let's get started with the answer to the 200-point question. Sunday night, right after all the lines are posted. Yes, Pony, you buzzed in first. Let's hear your question.
Lisa, that's an easy one. What is the best time to eat a Permane Brothers sandwich, drink in Iron City, and celebrate a Steelers win?
No doubt, and you know I'd be right there with you. Points for creativity, Pony. Sounds like a great Sunday night in Pittsburgh, but that is not correct. All right, James, you buzzed in, so let's get your take.
What is the best time to be making a bet on next week's games? There's an important concept in sports betting called price discovery. You want to get in there before the market has had a chance to weigh in on their opinions. Closing lines are always sharper than the opening lines. That's because people come in and bet them when they see that they're off. And if you are the first one to get in there, you have a better chance of finding value.
There it is. Calculated and correct, James. Nice job. Let's keep moving with our next answer. This is for 400 points. The Washington football team at plus 10,000. All right, Dave, getting into the game now. What's your question?
What is the best value on the entire FanDuel Sportsbook to win the NFL championship? Because Washington's going to win that division. They get a home game. They have to win 2 games on the road, and they're going to the Super Bowl.
A little bit of work to do, Dave, but nice job. Look at you, really high on an NFC East team to win it all. Let's get to the next answer. For 600 points, the best way for an experienced bettor to make money betting pro football. All right, Dave, trying to get back-to-back responses correct. What you got?
What is bet the Cleveland Browns every week, bet Cleveland to win division, bet Cleveland to win it all, bet Baker Mayfield for MVP, and Myles Garrett for Defensive Player of the Year.
Have I heard this on this show yet before? Weaver, still loving those Browns. I dig it. Maybe a better bet this year than the past few, but still not correct. All right, James, let's get your take on this one.
What is in-game betting? This mostly boils down to price discovery again. You know, the in-game bets, they've had a few seconds at best to look at these the game state and post these odds, and they make mistakes when they take only a few seconds. You know, you're not going to find too many mistakes if you bet a week-old football line that's been up there. No person in the world has had a chance to look at it, but if you find something that just happened, maybe people overreacted to something, maybe they underreacted, but you can find that value that's often not there on a different kind of bet.
Yeah, James, yes, another answer correct. Really interesting take there on in-game betting. Now to the 4th answer. Any football team to go 0-16 in the regular season. All right, Pony, looking to get your first question correct. What you got?
One is no. The Jets Jets are going to win a game, and I can get plus 100 odds on the FanDuel Sportsbook. Mark my words, they're going to beat the Browns.
Oh, dueling here on the show. Pony, you're on the board and optimistic the Jets get in the win column this year. Gangrene fans right there. All right, now to the final 1,000-point answer. Yards per play and differential success rate. All right, James, let's get your take on the final one here.
What are the two most important stats I look at before I place a bet? I think on a real macro level, you're just looking at a team that can move the ball on offense consistently and stop the opponents from moving the ball consistently on defense. And those are the two big things you need to get when you're starting the analysis of the game. If you want to get a little more granular about it, okay, but those two things are the real big things you look at before you make your own number on the game.
He's so good. He is so good. So the final point total, Dave with 400, Pony with 800, and Jeopardy James with 1,800 points. Big thanks to James Holzhauer for having some fun with us on this show. And if you want to see more of James, check out The Chase on January 7th, 9 p.m. on ABC. And James will also be back with us right here next week on More Ways to Win with more of his historic run on Jeopardy. He talks about that and who he thinks could take over as the next Jeopardy host. Some really interesting conversation with James. That's right here next week on More Ways to Win. So, Dave, we got to get your take on this because what was it like competing against the professional sports bettor, professional Jeopardy player, winning $2.5 million playing Jeopardy? Like, what an experience! How fun!
We join a long list because we're not the only ones that lost to James, but we held our own. Hey, I didn't end up negative. That's good.
All right. Well, time now to turn our attention to daily fantasy and a special FanDuel contest starting this week that gives you a chance to play against some NFL GOATs, Jerry Rice, Emmitt Smith, and Warren Moon. It's all part of FanDuel's GOAT Gauntlet series powered by Goat Fuel. You can win a spot in the DFS finals against those NFL greats by doing one of the following. Win the contest or roster the highest scoring player at a certain position. This week, that position is wide receiver. So we asked FanDuel editor-in-chief JJ Zachariason to give us his picks for the wideout that will ball out this weekend. Hey, JJ.
Hey, Lisa, this week I'm going to give you 3 wide receivers who could finish as the wide receiver 1 on this week's slate. I'm going to start with DK Metcalf. We know Metcalf brings a lot of upside. We saw that back in Week 8 when he faced San Francisco. He had 161 yards receiving in that game, and he also had a pair of scores. Now he gets the Jets. The Jets are the 8th friendliest team this season when looking at adjusted fantasy points allowed to wide receivers. Considering Metcalf's 23.4% target share this year in that Seahawks offense, he definitely has the potential to be this week's top scoring wide receiver. And so does Tyreek Hill. Hill has been really flashing upside over the last month and a half, finishing as a top 5 wide receiver in 4 of his last 5 games. That alone tells you that he's capable of being this week's top wide receiver scorer. And over his last 6 games, he's averaging a target share per game north of 30%. Across his first 6 games of the year, that number was under 18%. So he's been more involved in this offense, and he's seeing his typical deep targets. He ranks 2nd this year in targets that traveled 15 or more air yards. So if you're looking for a top wide receiver scorer, Tyreek Hill does make sense. And lastly, there's Devante Adams. It's really tough right now to bet against Devante Adams. Since returning from his injury in Week 6, he's averaging a target share per game of almost 35%. That's absolutely insane. He's averaging over 11 targets per game this year, and now he gets a plus matchup against the Lions. So of all these wide receivers, Devante Adams has the best odds to finish as this week's wide receiver 1.
Thank you, JJ. Log on to FanDuel.com to enter FanDuel's GOAT Gauntlet series powered by Goat Fuel. It's just $3 with a prize pool of $25,000. Win the contest or roster the top scoring wide receiver to earn a spot in the finals against Jerry Rice, Emmitt Smith, and Warren Moon. And if you don't qualify this week, don't worry, you're going to have another chance next week with a new position group. So make sure you get in on the fun and do it now. Oh, yes, you guys know what that music means. Time now to bring out our Sunday best. Ladies and gentlemen, we've saved the very best for last. Time to get fancy, guys. Let's do it. Since we're giving out our Sunday best game picks, let's do it the right way. It's only fitting we're dressed appropriately for our Sunday best. There it is. Dave, rock it out. What's your Sunday best?
I can't believe you talked me into this. Sunday best, I'm going to go to the Raiders. To go way over. Alternate total, 60.5 over. First half, second half, both over. And the Raiders win this game wire to wire. Full half, halftime, and full time, both Raiders.
Dave, you look like a degenerate Mad Hatter right now. I brought a tie. You haven't seen one of these. You don't tie many bets. You lose them. Mike Glennon is 6-18 all time as a quarterback. He's starting for Jacksonville. Take the Titans. They're going to cover. They make a great same-game parlay option.
I'm sorry I didn't bring my monocle for this. Deshaun Watson, the greatest quarterback in the worst possible situation. Somehow he's still 10th in EPA CPOE composite in non-garbage time. I think Texans away team total. Put it all together, $156 available to you.
You guys look ravishing. Love the picks. Love the looks. Hey, happy week 14, everybody. Thanks for hanging with us here on More Ways to Win. We'll see you right back here next week.
TVG Sunday night, California's richest quarter horse race. The Grade 1 Los Alamitos 2 Million Futurity. Top 2-year-olds in the deuce. Join us Sunday night. Los Alamitos, 11 Eastern, 8 Pacific.
We all know that movement is like medicine, but getting the movement you need to feel better can be a challenge. Now you can keep fit while you sit with QB, the world's leading compact seated elliptical. QB gives you active sitting, letting you burn calories and keep moving in an easy and low-impact way, all while you work, read, or watch TV. QB was named a top 10 gift by Time Magazine and has been featured all over the world. It's whisper quiet while it works your abs and core, hip flexors, glutes, quads, hamstrings, and calves.
QB is a lifesaver for me. Here's your answer to your problem.
I feel young again.
Join the hundreds of thousands of people moving more with QB. Call to find out how to get your QB with free shipping and a 30-day completely risk-free trial. You'll also get this QB workout mat free. Now keep fit while you sit with QB.
To order, call 800-240-3586. That's 800-240-3586. Call now.
TVG Saturday. Gulfstream Park graded stakes action includes the Grade 2 Fort Lauderdale. 3-year-olds and up race a mile and 1/8 on the grass. Play Saturday. Gulfstream, first post, 12:35 Eastern, 9:35